Tori on tour says this morning, what an awesome show. Just like every morning, the mornings it, whether we're, whether we're together or not, boy, I can feel your guys' prayers, man. It's amazing. Awesome. It's just amazing. And that song was just, phew, that was, wow. That doesn't even do amazing. That's like way beyond that. That's like up in the, phew, you want to go into the stratosphere. That's what that is. That was a beautiful, still is. It just continues to just, that's amazing. Just amazing. What a beautiful, talented, lovely song and artist, and just amazing. Wow. I couldn't, I was like, wow. And of course, the Lord just had me just speak it right out. And when I said, man, I don't have that authority, it's just, it comes, it goes like that. We're all different parts of the same body. That's really what's going on, people. So thank you so much, man. That song was amazing. It still is. It's like, wow. I just, it's like, you're at a loss for words, but you could express it, you know? It's one of them. I could just express it, it's, you guys are awesome. So much talent. So much talent. Wow. What amazing. So amazing. Oh, before I get too far, listen, never, never. I wasn't even, look, I don't even know the Bible. It's in my hat, and I do. It's becoming me, that's for sure. But just so you guys get it, when you were, of course, there's going to be no Hagar, of course. And when you remember, remember that, that, if I don't say, uh, uh, or if I do, you get it. You picked it up, I believe, today. Now that's just, look. I'm learning too, and the Lord does stuff through me that I'm like, wow, man, that's amazing. He goes, yeah, dum dum. This is why this is what other people are starting to pick up. What you're, no, he doesn't say dum dum like that, but you know what I mean. It's kind of like what it is. It's the ones that are submitting their lives that have been through not necessarily, but a shit show of suffering on top of a myriad of other things. And there's that steel, that drive, because there's that, just that little, it's like three coals, just three. If you just get three coals together, if you've been camping and fires out in the morning, it's cold, but you get just like three coals together, just enough to, and then all of a sudden, man, it's breakfast time, right? Everybody's warm and some cocoa and coffee. Oh, and speaking of coffee, Tor, don't worry about it, man. Those sins, they ain't leading straight to death. Now, of course, they're going to shorten your life, but that's between you and the good Lord. And when you're ready, you're ready. You don't know us, nobody, an explanation. That's between you and our Creator. And if you're led to do something and quit, well, you'll do it, but we'll pray for you. And sure, it could shorten your life and it would cause you to spread less of the spread and ready in a good way. The good news, boy, that is not parquet. That is straight butter, and that comes from only cream. You see, you can't even plan this corny stuff, and we're talking not GMO corn at all. No, sweetheart, we're talking heirloom straight from the. Oh God, now I'm gonna get off track. I don't want to do that because there was two natives here today visiting the baby. It just all ties together. And if I told you the story about that, you'd be able to write a book and you'd be going, give me the pen, the paper, quick. Next, gargoyle. You guys would be like, oh shit, there's another one right here. We got a whole book right here, a whole series. There's another love story right there. Thank you guys. Oh, and sweetheart, remember, um, I think I believe this is what, excuse me. That's where you went off. The rail's one of many times, but one I'm gonna, because I don't say I told you so. Sure, I can get outside myself, out of the spirit, and get mean like that. That's not what kind of love is. What is that? What is that, boy? I would get. I would not want to be on the receiving end of that. I've learned my lesson. I've never been that way anyway. I told you so. I'm feeling that too. That disappointment. Don't. Oh, sweetheart. Oh no. This isn't about gloating. No, that's not what kind of party this is. Oh yeah, we're gonna be straightening stuff out. It's already happening, but there's gonna be some swift action and some a lot of shed tears and blood and all that, but not in the fashion that you got to do what you got to do. But it's we just live in the moment and play everything by heart, and faith does come by hearing. But anyway, don't when I say Debo's pigeon coop, when I say don't ever, 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 ever come on, sweetheart. You are always going to be with me. Always, 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 always. Maybe not necessarily physically, which that's probably how it's going to be for the most part. There's no reason for me to be going anywhere that you're not going to be going unless I have to do that. But never in a situation unless I got a team of people where I'm going to be somewhere and I can be trusted. But I just don't ever want you to to I don't want to cause you to feel a certain way, even though that's going to happen. I don't want to be, some a lot of when it comes to anybody else, I'm not concerned about that. I do care about what people think because it could lead to where they're going to spend eternity, but not when it comes to my salvation and what I'm my ordination and rule of life is. So, and I'm completely comfortable with that today, and very humbly so. So don't ever, ever. Oh no, 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 no. I don't play those kind of games. No, when I'm hitched up like that, it's a done deal for me. It's if I check out physically like this, I'll be going to waiting to get you know at the sound of the last blast. Those that are dead in Christ will rise first, if that's the case. But the way things are going now, but I don't think I don't think we're all gonna be receiving and we're let's just say we're all gonna be. It's just gonna be a pleasant surprise each and every day. It's almost like, and the Lord, He chuckles too. God, Yahweh, God. He has such an awesome sense of humor. We're not, like I said, we're not talking about if something's going to hurt someone's feeling, even though it is funny, because I do that sometimes. I'll laugh, and I shouldn't, because I know it's directed at people that I love, but I just so I have to stop doing that. I do that a lot, but I mean, some of these creeps are. I mean, they are pretty damn funny. It probably takes a whole crap load of them to come up with some pretty good punchline, and they don't do it right off the cuff. They have to sit there and just like all the sorcery, they work together and they use your money to give you your own lobotomy. You're paying, not anymore, but you know what I mean. So don't ever think that's not. No, that's a done deal. And yeah, unless I get that official memo, you're, which we will. Excuse me. Eventually, we're gonna know everything. It's already starting to happen. I'm along for the ride with you guys too, man. Believe me. It's just that's all this is. It's just a love ride, love story. It's a journey. It's a beautiful journey. It's all about love. It's all about just the harmonious symphonic relationship. He gave us the most beautiful natural illustration, man and woman. Yeah, that song is so beautiful. All your guys' songs, Tori's songs playing, and they're just amazing. The talent, You guys are so talented, and that's the thing, you know. They just once in a while you get a few that'll because that's how they don't want to throw you off. Hey, why are these all getting nominated and these ones aren't? And these guys are good now. Few they let a few through that aren't part of the that He-Man woman haters club. Those weirdos. You know, they let a few go through. They have to, just like the Alex Axel Grease. All that stuff, that knowledge, and all that wow, and all that stuff. It all comes from either well, it all comes from evil sources, but the even the energy and all that stuff, all the semantics and the the uh and the animating the you know, he's just a real just that's like a spirit, like just like some of the entertainers get when they go in, they get they get possessed by a by a spirit that is able to perform that specific talent in them so that they could reach the masses more effectively, and just as and same on the other side of the token, uh they'll get rid of people that have a voice, like let's say Sam Kinison. They'll just run his ass right on down if they, you know. And the Lord allows that to happen. And you know, like I said, we don't have to have all the answers, but right now, because they're coming, that's the only answer you need to know right now. And as you're diving into that reality, you're realizing, wait a minute, I already know everything just by knowing that. And that right there is what they can't stand, that because they don't even know, like all that Axel Grease stuff and Q uh 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 yeah, that's a preparation Q, all right. um you yeah, it's sorcery. It's sorcery, and it's all very loosely woven. Just it's tripe. It's just it's all being just one string, and it's all being pulled. It's like those stars. They're all just one. You can see them. You get one of them threads. Pardon me. You get one of them threads going, man. It's over. Those pieces all start coming down around. So yeah, don't. I'd never. Once I get hitched up, that's it. I've always been that way. You've been the first and the last. Somebody, well, how's that possible? You guys are what, 20 years apart or something? But no, no, I just know. I just know. And unless that for some reason changes, well, that's just the way. Like I said, that's the way it always was. You know, I'll be made perfectly. Good sense will be made of it, and that when you know that when you know who you are, what you're becoming, and we're all just different parts of the same head, or not, but you guys are all starting to jump on board. It's amazing. It really is. It is absolutely amazing on how many people are jumping on board, whether you see that or not, because they can manipulate them also. They manipulate all that stuff. But the Lord, our heavenly creator, what he does, he allows he has the angels, because like I said, there's a mediation, there's a council and a battle going on. There's a war waging that you're going to be fully aware of when you get, because you're just being prepared for this whole thing. But see, the beautiful thing is that we're created in his image, and he gives us at least enough knowledge to know, wow, man, we really do own all this stuff. Once you get that, you're like, you got to almost kind of keep yourself in check, because you could get carried away a little bit. Once you get a taste of it, man, it's not like this false stuff that false stuff, like that, like a drug high or even a high that's created by an orgasm that's not not that's out of wedlock. It's different. We're talking about those highs that don't, like that clacking that that doesn't leave you feeling guilty or you know afraid or alone or owing or completely in bondage and just in despair. It's crazy on what this and all that for what? All that for what? So you can wake up and just do it all over again. Man, talk about, let's see who has it as back Jack, do it again. That's Steely Dan. Steely Dan. Oh, Steely. That's why we play that for you, Axel Grease. Looks just like you, don't it? It's a spitting image of you. It sounds a lot different though. It sounds you. I figured maybe, but again, I only get so much. Like I said, once I get that memo, you'll never hear me say that. The Lord says you won't have to. No, he knew. They all know. They all knew, sweetheart. They all knew. They knew. And so, yeah, never ever will there be a Hagar in my world. No, 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 no. No, sweetie, no. No, 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 no. Like I said, and I'm not even going to say it unless, because when we get to that bridge, we'll cross that, we'll let that water pass, and we're drinking from that water. So we're becoming that beautiful, beautiful, tranquil flow, that cool ebon, just that flow, even, just reflective. You look down, you see. Of course, they look down, they see, oh, what's that? A gold ring? Me precious. No, we own it all. Like I said, go ahead and try to keep. Have you ever? And I know you guys thought about it. It only took some of you just a second to think, how are they going to get rid of the gold? What are they going to do? Shit, hurry up, overboard, hurry. Oh, you want to talk about nautical knots? Oh, gosh. You want to talk about the scourge of the earth? Can you see him just heaping it over into the ocean? Okay, now it will be like, we'll just employ the fish. We'll get the fish that had was taken whatchamacall to Nineveh. We'll just go get our gold. Or wasn't it a frog? Or no, it was a fish that had the gold ring in its mouth. That's right. That's right. You see, this stuff just comes. Many suns and many moons. It just comes and goes. I don't necessarily like the fact that that's in there. That, yeah, it's a long and boring. The Book of Love. But some of it is. Have you ever read some of the genealogy? He who begot, and I'm like, Lord, please, do I really have to? No, sweetheart, man, you'll quit smoking when you're ready. None of us. Don't worry about none of us judging. Who gives a shit? Excuse my language. I mean, I care about your health. Yes, I do. I want you to quit right now, but I'm not going to judge you for that. Who cares? And it's none of nobody else's business either. So don't let that bother you. Believe me, we'll deal with that. So yeah, that's just their little head trip stuff. And that's what it does to Millie too, with all this. And then with the don't ever, 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 ever. That is pretty funny. Oh, Smokey, don't you ever come over here to Craig's house. Never looking for me. It's like one of them mopeds. Oh, they're fun to ride, right? You never want to. You never want your friends to see you on one. That's not nice because honestly, that love one woman. If you've loved one woman, you've loved them all. If you've loved all women, you've loved them none. It's a metaphor, and it really is true. Although that's not because I've had, again, not to rub anything else, rub because I'm not, but I'm in love with just one woman until you know, and that's the first time that happened, other than Bonnie, but that's even that's different. Also, I think that was out of just sheer so that life could go on. Otherwise, boy, man, it knew it was trying real hard to get me and Big Mike to hook up so that we would start old Steen's Roto-Rooter business. That old bubble-headed bleach blonde, right? And I met this silicone sister with the manager, Mister, told me I got what it takes. She said, I'll turn you on, Sonny, to something. Oh, yeah, they were turning me on to something, all right. I says, wait a minute, man. Do you guys know that pitching is catching? That y'all is gay. Oh no, no, this is and I says, oh no, no, that's what y'all are doing. Y'all are all doing. You don't know y'all are fitting to go to hell over that stuff right there? That is no backdoor man. This ain't all you can eat chicken. Oh, Mick Ruff. This is Mick Ruff. Like a dog. Oh no, sweetheart, you do not worry. No, I am very capable, as you know. And isn't it nice today? Isn't it really nice? We're starting to really get to know each other, aren't we? It's really nice. I felt it today. You only read into a few of my things the wrong way, but they weren't for you. And remember, I'm having a challenge with this damn mud duck radio. Also, some of it's legit. I can tell when I'm starting to learn on what if it's one what's it, if it's a close a word that's close. But no, some of that stuff's just a whack. It's a whacka. It's a whack a mole, a wacky packy. Yeah, not good. Oh no, baby, baby, no, 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 no. There will never, ever, 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 ever be a Hagar in my life. Never. Do you think the Lord is going to allow all this to take place for me to go and cheat on you? First of all, you know who I'm cheating on, right? You know what that would be, right? Oh no, no, no. And then if that were to come out, which it would. Oh, everything does. All the faith it would destroy in people. Oh no, sweetheart, no. That's how you'll know it's real. By their fruits. You'll know them by their love. Yes, sometimes love hurts, but I would never, ever, 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 ever defile the marriage bed with you, on you, against you. Ever, 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 ever. God first, you second, then whoever I'm sleeping with. Oh man, no little Johnny Jumper would take a leap. It'd probably shrivel up and fall right off. Yeah. No, 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 no. I've learned my lesson well. Oh yes. Well, well, well. No. Oh no, no. No. No, because here's how that would work. It would be like we was in Texas and we met at let's say the first motel we was fixing to meet at, because I'm going to tell you what happened. The lady that was checking me out, you know, I let nature take its course. Of course, there was and she had to check everything out. And she went, yeah, she was looking right at that. Like, well, everything looks pretty well in order. And I was reading her mind, and I was about ready to go hop on the bus, because I didn't. Well, I'm not going to go there because it's going to sound like a guilt trip. So no, 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 no. Mm-mm. After all that's been done and said, mm-mm. I've had so many opportunities, and never would I do that. I don't. No, I don't have. I'm. I don't. Oh, I fear God way too much, and I don't have those kind of balls. No, no, no. I know who's in charge, and I'm just like I said. I'm just passing mail. Occasionally, get the authority to do a little backstrapping, but we all are different parts of the same body, and we're starting to find ourselves. Like today, Tori, she just ripped it up, man. I was like, Jesus, this woman is on fire. I mean, on fire. And then that young artist, that was a beautiful song. That song is. I can't even remember the all the words, but it's like one of the things that it just gets into your heart. Oh, it's like a hat, all right, like a helmet of salvation. You hear music like that, man. That helmet just goes right on, just it just covers your precious little head. It just says, now it's okay, child, relax. You just sleep well. Been very blessed to sleep well after all, considering everything that's went on. Been very blessed. I wake up extremely easy. You should have seen me, man. If I could have, you guys would have laughed. You see me come out of this room, man. When these trees started hitting the side of this man, ground control to Major Tom, boy, we were going through the Van Allen. It was a mess. I might take a break here in a few and get some more coffee, but I'm taking advantage of when the boys at daycare today. So, but yeah, never, sweetie. No Hagar, no Hagar. One time, I've always been that way. Like I said, I've never been a promiscuous kind of guy. No, I just want to be with the person. I just want to love the one I'm with, and I just want to be with the one that I love, and that's it. I don't. It's not love the one you're with. Let's just love whoever you find. That's not. Like I said, those brushstrokes, they can work two ways. You don't want to read into nothing, but because I know sometimes you do, that's why I'm letting you know that, because I love you and I care about what you think. Because I feel your emotions, and I care, and that's becoming, like I said, and I don't know, you might have got this one or not, but like I said, I'd like to believe you did, and again, the Lord might have just made it that way, but it's like when I wrote in that letter, I don't know, I literally I've been able to feel like other people's pain and their happiness and their anger, and just like that just like that landscape at the bottom of that tree over there. And I, like I said to you in that letter, the frequency and intensity is increasing, and it's actually being changed. And see, that was kind of seared into my mind. And then when I said that, the Lord giggled and said, "And remember when, just like that in Twyda Mela, remember when I told you, just like the book, when I was seeing the Oprah deal, remember, it's all when you start to become, you look it back, you go, wow, that was you the whole time." He's like, yep, that was me the whole time. The whole time, that was me. It's like, wow. And then you just keep going back, and then you start going, oh man, gargoyle, more paper. You start writing down, you're like, oh man. And then someone, might whisper in your ear, man, you need to sing a song or tell your story. Or when you're led to tell it, sometimes you can tell a story to a complete stranger. Might be just as effective as coming out and telling a bunch of people, if you think telling a bunch of people is going to cause you more harm than good. Because you never know who you're entertaining. Remember, Millie said it. It's right there and counting. You see it freaking out too today. Boy, you should see some of the thing. Boy, it is flipping out. And I don't watch the news or any of that stuff. I don't go and look around stuff, but I don't have to. The news comes to me. It comes to me I'm very thankful for that. Very thankful. I find myself being more thankful than anything else. That's really what you're going to hear. I pray all the time, mostly in my head. And, but I cry out a lot. I'm praying when me and because my grandson, he sees me doing my push-ups. He's like, oh, Papa. I'm always praying, always. And our prayers are starting to, they're blending. They're so potent. It's amazing. It's amazing. Never before has our Creator ever before. That's why he said, oh, we're not. Oh, yeah, it's just going to get better, but we're not pulling the plug on this one yet. Are you serious? Jeez, the party's just gotten started. With my children down there like that, snapping out of it, man. Whew, man, people, human at work. Oh, men at work. Where did they get that from? Men at work. Are you serious? You guys are men? Men at work? Working what? At a fudge packing factory. Look, and I've got so many friends. You even know. But you guys know. The minute you can procreate that way, hey man, I'm all for it. Get busy. Get her done. And I'll babysit. Hey, you'll want me to babysit. You'll have to tell me, hey, listen, it's all right, Roy. Don't worry. You ain't got to clean anything. I'm like, but I don't have nothing else to do. I'll teach the kids and I'll get something done. Somebody, it's got to be done. It might as well, somebody's got to do it. Might as well be me. You got an attitude like that, and then it's not even work. Your chores just become a privilege, really. That's why I find myself just always thanking the good Lord. And he goes, man, you're always thankful. But they tried to damage us, people. So we wouldn't believe in ourselves enough to believe that our Creator would have given us life in His own image, and that's what He's trying to preserve through us. It's almost like he threw it down in there and then got back because that all the stuff that's going on. He can't be no part of. He's got to kind of buffer himself, just like we do when we have to spank our children, which shouldn't ever really happen. But if it does, make sure you. And I'm not talking about a plastic spoon when they're in the tub and you're paddling their ass so bad that, it becomes abuse. Do you know what I'm saying? That sparing the rod, spoiling the child really is a thing. But if you have a relationship with your children, as we should have a relationship with it, that's not even an issue. When we're going through the pig stuff at Royal Fork, he just had to look at me, and I was like, oh, damn. Did he look twice at that butter tab? Oh, my goodness. No. Have you been talking to the pastor? Are you sure? It's all right. We can use a little outside help, but I mean, everything he's saying, you know what I mean? Tori said it. Have you ever felt like there's always somebody watching and listening? Always. You don't know how many times I have acted a fool. And a fool I acted for this voice to say, now I want you to go take a look over your shoulder. Just look. Well, I don't want to look, man. I'm pissed and I need to get and just continue to act out right now. Oh, take a look. And I look and there's somebody looking at me with, God, are you serious? I'm almost embarrassed for you. I'm almost absolutely too embarrassed to look at you. And I don't even want to look around. This second party doesn't even want to look around to see if someone else is looking, because that embarrassment is just going to, it's like yeast. It's going to get all up in that dough. And here they want you to, here, have a chocolate chip cookie. No. Man, you better clean the inside of that damn thing. I like chocolate chip cookies. I just try to use raw sugar now, try to use it, because that molasses, once they separate that molasses, man, it's crack. I told you, I use that molasses when I'm growing stuff because of calcium, magnesium. Well, same thing. When it's that brown, sugar's not white. It's brown. Anyway, I am a fool sometimes, but my heart is really in the right spot. I just like to have a good time, a clean time, where it doesn't make you feel guilty. Or like I said, chow time. And you're like, how the hell did I get here again? Well, you know damn good and well how you got here again. You know damn good and well how you got here again. You just don't remember how you got here. But we're fixing to tell you. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna tell you all about it. And talk about the pen being mightier than the sword. And you're thinking, well, hey, man, where's the pen now? I just want to get out of here. And they're like, not yet. We have a game to play with you. Remember? And then they get out the twister and then once you sign, then the sorry comes out. Did somebody? Oh, amen. Amen and amen. And a woman. A human. So that's what we're going to do. Human. That's right. So, but yeah, don't trip, bacon strip. If you want to cook your bacon, you go ahead. Like I said, doesn't mean I have to eat it, but I'll be right there. I might even empty your damn ashtray. Who knows? I don't really care for secondhand smoke much just because it chokes the shit out of me. But then again, I smoke weed still. I went back to that. I cut back quite a bit. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to remember my damn last name. That's why I was going to suggest to Tori, and I should not even do this, but I'm thinking, and I don't know, maybe she's going to say, if you switch to weed, which, again, maybe I don't want to assume or not assume anything, but then, then that sharpness, you don't want her to be any, because today, man, whew, geez, you were just smoking Joe Frazier. Was it Ruby Roberts? That's right. Jack Dempsey smoked that boy. That was it. That was a neat little book. I've been keeping my eyes peeled for one of them. No wonder he wanted that. I'd never seen one after that, and I've been around a lot of stuff since then. Since I started getting into the. But yeah, you were awesome, Tori. Awesome. Just on the money. You can't even, those fools in those newsrooms and all that stuff, they can't even read a script as well as you were just doing what you were doing. You can't, that's for real. That's real stuff right there. Same with Millie and all of them. Even our beloved Sheila. Devil's all up in there after all that hard work, sometimes you don't think you're getting that anybody's noticing. Oh, but like I said, there's always somebody listening. There's always somebody watching. Always, 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 always. Except for the once you've forgiven, and then don't worry about that. That's a game the devil plays. Oh, he loves that one. Oh, he loves. Oh, you know what you did game. Oh, he loves that shit more than anything. Oh, he used to bait me with that damn lure so many times. Oh, time and time again. You want to talk about merry-go-round and round. Oh, it loved that one. And it used my own blood to do it. That's why the Lord said, "Who is my mother? Who is my brother?" He had no problem with them. He had no issue. And I was like, wow, man. And he said that to me. See, now there's no issue there. And I was like, oh, there is no issue there. So what's up with that? He says the same issue that's been keeping you tripped up and snared up in them loads that they themselves have been tying up for you, that they have no intention on moving. None. But are tripping your ass up all along the way. And some of them don't even know they're doing it, but they've been brainwashed. See, they've been brainwashed, but now they do. Now they all know. Now they know. They know exactly, because I made it real clear. Hey, I'm done with this. Oh, I love you guys, and you've exploited that forgiveness side of me. You exploited. God will not be mocked. They exploited that for the last time. That's the last time we're going to that damn candy store. That's it. Sometimes you got to say it's you. Yeah, you're 69 out of here, or 86. That's right. It's 69. That might as well be it. That might as well be the new one. They're getting 69. They're getting yin and yanged. You just got you got yang. Did I get yinned or did I get yanged? I did I can't. I don't even know which one's which. I used to, but I forgot because it's not important. You just know one is one and one is and then is the other. Just like the male and the female. Come on, man. That's probably the closest thing we're gonna ever that we were gonna get. We're getting it now. Oh, we're getting it's a full meal deal. Fed them all McDonald's. What an idiot. What a ding dong. That's because everybody loves McDonald's. Shit. It's way better than them damn chili cheese uh, nasty dogs at 7-Eleven. I've said that because I'd splurge on the Big Mac. Oh man, that was a treat for me when I was a kid. Had a big fry and pie and all that stuff. But I didn't deserve that, and neither do you. So stay out of that damn place and make your own burger if you're gonna make one. Stay out of that. They got so much damn corn syrup and garbage in the buns and all that stuff you don't even want to know about. It's not even important. Just although, God, a cheeseburger from McDonald's, just a simple ass cheeseburger. How could something so simple taste so good? How did they spend a lot of money, and my mouth salivates just thinking about that garbage. So yeah, we all get all programmed up real good. Taco Bell, cheapest damn stuff on the planet. You see? We got our kids eating there. You see what a habit that is? Went right from planet to children to kids to gold crappers to alchemy sets instead of coal in my damn stocking. God, where is he going with this? I don't even know, but isn't it fun? Oh yeah, we got a means to a peaceful end. On a magic carpet ride. Just hop right on. It's hating it. You should see. I can look at this phone right now and I show you some of the schneitiest messages. Once we start rolling, oh, you know. And they're like, oh no, don't do it. And they're like, well, we have to. Remember the counting? No, if you do, they're all gonna know that got to us. We have to do it. It's part of our. We have to let the mocking begin. They just started. They tune it up. It's like the the old as they're playing, as the ship just goes down. You're just tuning it right up. And then there are people like, wait a second, man. We'll make our own damn lifeboats. We're not going down with this ship. You just keep playing away and counting. So yeah, there's something else I wanted to say too. So don't stress on that, man. Don't even sweat, sweetie. Because I know that's why I hurried back from my brother's house because I already knew. I was like, yeah, something ain't right. Something's not right. I need to let her know that things are just fine on my end. You know what I mean? You're gonna need to stop. That's the devil's got all up in your head. And it's okay because he gets in our head if we let him. Just like you said, yeah. Well, sometimes my mommy long time ago, I think he said that. I think it was you that said that because it was the next day you had kind of changed your mind, and I think that was you. I believe it was. And even if it wasn't, you know what? Our Creator had me and is still having me believe it is. And it's not even important. It'll all be all settled in the end because it was assisting this whole conversation. See what I'm saying? It's he takes that which is in him. This thing is so amazing. You already know. And it's going, "Oh my god, I can't believe it." Even it can't believe it. It thought it didn't even know it was going to go this way. I thought this was just that's why it said, "Well, what's taking you so long?" See, it knew there was hardly anything for him to come back to. Nothing. Hardly anything. Till some of us stepped right on up and just cried right on out. Said, please, God, please, please. And enough of us did that. And now, see, it's like, oh no. See, and it don't know. And now it's count. Now the souls are increasing, and it can tell because it knows it's feeling this. It's trying to crawl up under a rock. Remember, it says the rocks, and they're going to beg for them to crawl, fall down on them, and it ain't going to happen. It's not yet. Remember, it's like people that want to send me videos. You want to send me videos of holding a dog down? Knowing I love Mexican people, you send two Mexicans holding a beloved dog down, a dog like Ruth that I took in. Israel's darling Rebecca, prophet's daughter Ruth. I had to take her in, and you burnt her with a torch. You know what's fixing to happen. You see, you just thought it was it's it. And now I got all your beloved children because you knew it's going to happen anyway. And you're just going to take your beans. But it's already happening while souls are being salvaged. You see how this works now? You see what's happening now? We're getting the gold right now. See, things have changed up a little bit. We are rewriting. This is all revision. So it could have all been all new. It's going to happen anyway. See, isn't that a nice thing when you know it's all going to be new anyway? But now here, your punishment isn't going to be a punishment, and then all of a sudden you're going to get your punishment. It's all new, and then haha, this and that. It's like you're going to watch souls being one now. It's not going to just be now. This is your punishment. You're being mocked. Your mocking starts. Well, it was started back then, but it's ramping up now. The frequency and intensity of that's also, and the intensity of your lies of how you're going to hurt people and you're going to hurt their children and all that's losing all its luster. Now the frequency of those are increasing, and in doing that, because it's increasing, people are like, it's been saying this now for this long and it hasn't made good with it. See, so what's happening is your own threats, and you're like, and you can't even stop doing it. So what you're doing is you're exposing yourself so that people are starting to gain more faith. Do you see what's happening here? You are being used to help salvage souls. Do you want to talk about an ultimate mock? Oh, start laughing, guys, because I'm telling you, it just gets better and better. And oh, laugh it up. Laugh it up. I'm going to get some more coffee in a minute. Hold on. I'm going to be right back. Oh, we're laughing it up. You might hear me chuckle really, really loud in there. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. This is funny shit, dude. shit. Yeah, my daughter's taking a nap, so I'm not gonna laugh too loud. But just know I'm laughing inside. So yeah, that's what's happening here. We're sending me videos of that. We'll just start playing on that damn mud duck radio. Just poor thing. Uh, that's gonna happen. It's gonna be like Groundhog Day. It's like, do you think that you can just make that up? Groundhog Day over and over and over. Like I said, I just don't know what time frame. I haven't got. I'm not privy to that information. Like I said, it comes and goes. You get different. It's like we're all kind of get the rod passed around, so we all get a turn. You see what I'm saying? And then eventually we're all going to be clothed with that complete righteousness, and it's on like Donkey Kong. It knows. It's like, man, but it didn't know. See, it didn't. It doesn't. It knows some stuff, but it doesn't know everything. Excuse me. So yeah, don't even worry about that, man. You puff your little heart out. I want you to, because I care about your health, but it's a metaphor. You know, if you need to, and then you just do what you do what you know you need to do. You don't let anybody guilt you into doing nothing. That's the devil's trick. Because you already know, because you're truth, see? And you're starting to gain a little more wisdom going, wait a minute, man, this really is real, man. I really probably want to be around for more than 5 minutes. So, or, I want to try to wring as much of this out as I possibly can, because things really are getting better. They might look pretty dim or down around you, but I know the truth. I've read the end of the book, and a matter of fact, I've got a magic marker right here. So within reason, geez, I've got pretty full run of this whole thing, and you really do. So when that whole thing with the in the mire, when the prodigal son is no joke. That's something. That's exactly what I told Rose when I was trying to call her, and I said, I need to come turn myself in when I left Dr. Khan's office. And then the 6 months of the game, the little twister, and then not even sorry on that one when I did all that. And they let me know. Look, the Lord let me know it was them. And they waited right until the same, and it was almost to the day, 90 days to the day, all that work. And I wasn't giving up. Oh, it discourage me? Yes, it did. It discouraged me. That's why I don't meditate on that. I don't sit and think about that stuff. I meditate on the things that are good, on the things that I have seen, the things that are measurable, the things that I know and I've seen those things manifest themselves, and I'm like, "Wait a minute. Now I know I got some sleep last night, so I'm not seeing this is real." So, yeah, when you're ready, you'll do when you're ready to do that. And you just what's really important in the Lord's eyes. It's that marriage bed. It's very important. That's why he's the groom, we're the bride. There's a reason why it's that way. There's a reason why he uses that illustration, and nothing for none of the other 10, none of the other 9. That's Sabbath. It's important. He rested, just like if I was to marry you and I came on another day and brought you flowers. Oh, and that belladonna was not even for you, sweetie. Some of it, little bit of it was, but and then the one maybe after. But if I was to come to you on a different day, completely different, let's say another anniversary that you knew about, and you said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, this is our when we no." This is not the day this is not the day that I celebrate. And we did this on this day. You're going to remember, and that day is going to be important to you, and it better be important to me. And even though I'm not I'm getting to be that way because I understand how women think and how they operate. And it's a beautiful thing, really. just complicated sometimes, and you just gotta we just gotta be patient and sometimes get the garlic because there's some crow to be eaten, boys. I told you how to make garlic butter, right? Didn't I tell you about guys how to cut the end off, wrap it loosely in some foil? You don't have to use foil. You can just pour a little bit of olive oil on the top just so it doesn't dry out. Throw it in that oven for probably 325, 350 at 25, 30 minutes or so, and then you just take the bottom part of it when it cools, where the root part would be, the bulb part of it, and just squeeze it and it'll all come right out. A little bit of sea salt, all kinds of Himalayan sea salt's good. I like all different kinds of salt. Good natural salt. They got so many different good flavors of salt. We, the salt of the earth people. So yeah, you guys, I love you guys so much. But yeah, you was on fire, Tori, and just right on the money. I can just sit and talk about you guys all. That's all. I can sit and talk about you forever, and we'll just be talking. We'll just be having these conversations. So much fun. Can you imagine, boy, how it was to begin with? It's all gonna be the same. It's gonna be exactly how it was because he's seen it was good. You drop one of them O's, he's seen that was God. And if he created us in his image, well, and then he's seen that was, and he wants to see himself when he comes back. And it's like, dang it, would you shut him up? It's not about us anymore, really. We're good. See, we know. Now it's about all the other souls. Ooh, and he's like, shut him down. Would you shut him down? Shut him off? Shut her off? Shut her down? Because once we get together, and it's none of this suspicion, all this, and we work together as a team, as one, it's over. The enemy's through because now the good Lord, he's here in full force. See, they got the women, they got it. Everybody working against each other. Okay, you're a woman. You're either a chauvinist or you're against blacks. It's all any division, division, division. That's all it's about. They want to confuse, control, conquer, confuse, control, conquer, and and really what it is. It's just the enemy. It's evil. That's what it is. It's not a respecter of any sex or any of that. It has nothing to do with that. The Lord is male, female in his entirety. Period. That's it. He's the head, and that's it. We're the closest. Us man and woman are the closest thing right now that that we're becoming until he says, well, okay, it's time, and counting. So, oh, good catch, Roy. So let's see. And then there was another couple things I wrote down because I've been led to go ahead and jot a few things down. Let's see. Of course, Tori wasn't just smoking, she was literally smoking. Um, oh, yeah, it's not. And that's the other thing, Melly, I wanted to say. So I'm so thank you, Father, for having me write this down because it's important. Melly, it's really not fair for you to feel that way. Now it's your business. You can get angry and get all and worried and jealous and stuff. That's your right, but it's not really fair to you. Not after all you've been through, really. You deserve better than that. You do. And so I'm going to do what I can regardless. I'm going to do whatever I can to to know when that's happening to try to make you feel better because that's all you've been brainwashed. And see, I know that, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. That bothers me. That really it hurts. I don't like that because there are people because you can trust me. You can trust me. You can trust me. I'm never going to cheat on you. I'm not going to lie to you ever, 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 never, ever. I'd walk away before that would happen. Ever, ever, ever. Never. Well, God, like I said, you think I'm kidding. Oh, you want to see something? You guys will be, well, man, see, that's what happens right there. Now tell me there's no God. Oh no, he would show you himself why you guys were like, well, all right, well, get the squeegee, because you think I'm kidding. Oh no, no, no. Uh-uh. It'd be over. It'd be over for me, and he'd say, now, see, now. Next, we'll bring in someone else. And you wanted to go ahead. Oh, you didn't just bury that one. You didn't just burn that bridge, boy. You just tried to blow it up. So that grape's going to go ahead and get popped. You want to talk about busting a grape? That little wine press will come just for a specific little reason, real quick. Get that right out of the way right away and carry on. Yeah, no, don't even think for a minute. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, it even knows better than that. It don't even mess with God like that. Oh, it mocks, but oh God, and then somebody like that knows? Oh, sweetheart, no, no, no. No. But you know now. You know it, but you know in your heart now, and I think you started to once in a while you'll get there. You just been played. That's what, you've been played. And it's even caused you to play yourself even. To think, get a little bit arrogant in some ways, to think, oh yeah, maybe I'm, but really the enemy, it does that. That's what it does. It even, axle grease even did that. He'll pump you, he'll pump. That's what he does. Oh, and you're all that. Don't think you're not, but it's not ascertained through sorcery or a false sense of notoriety or just blowing smoke, because that's and that's it. You'll know. You're starting to already see, because we all play the fool sometimes. All of us. We all do. That's part of, because we that's how you learn. It's like she said. I think Tori said that too. Somebody said that today somewhere along the line. But yeah, that's how we learn. Maybe it was Casey or something. Because I've been pretty busy trying to get things going. I just got to try to, because people here are wanting to move too. And I don't want to leave this in disarray for the. I try to always tell people, even people that are moving, it don't matter. Well, what do you mean it don't matter? You want to leave that place in disarray, you might need those people's help. Plus, that's the thing to do. Oh, well, I'll never, and it's happened. It's to me. You think, well, I'll never see these people again. Really? Look where I'm at right now. Look, happened right down the street right here, and I'm still going to check my odometer. I'm going to go run that truck down there. I ran it yesterday. I let it run for a while. I started every once in a while, just let it run. I'm a seafoam guy. I got seafoam. You want to see some amazing stuff, and I could be a spokesman for seafoam. I've seen that stuff do some amazing stuff. Just don't overdo it, because you'll burn your damn rings and stuff right up out of your. It's not good for it to overdo it. But yeah, I just let it sit and just clack 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 out there, just like an old timepiece. Run the heater and just crack the window a little bit, so that, because it's an older truck, it's a dang good shape. One owner, and then of course Dean, his brother, got it after Dean's brother bought it brand new in the '80s. Good deal, real good. It was just amazing. It was just a blessing. It was a blessing, just a blessing. But I'm gonna run it down. I'm gonna check the odometer and find out exactly how far that is. It's not. It can't. I know it's not a half. It's not a half a mile. Maybe a half a mile. I know it's not a full mile, but full circle is my point. Full circle is, and a circle is not a sphere, by the way. I don't even know math, but then they gave me that paper in prison, and when I was in math class, and it had all the. And of course, we need our That's what we need. How you the buildings and the bridges and all that, which they never take in for account. Even the damn railroads, any kind of. But we need those people to do that kind of stuff. That's why we got it. But that's observable. You can see that. And of course, I don't even know the first thing about it, but I know that much. And that's what those people are gifted for. That's why they compartmentalize a lot of them guys, because they themselves are too damn stupid to do stuff like that. So that they help with the illusion. But that's, you know, where do we got to have engineers. It certainly is not my, definitely not my cup of tea. That's for sure. Although I am drinking coffee today. I took like a couple aspirin so that, because like I said, I get a headache right away, and I wanted to try to jam out a few hours, which I can do without coffee. It's just that I guess I'm trying to tempt fate and see if I actually really do have an attitude. See if I'm going to irritate myself. I'm serious. And I don't think they'd lie. You know, of course, I used to think people were lying when they said, "God, you really change when you drink alcohol." And I'm like, "Oh, you just don't want me to have fun. See, you're just one of them ones. All I want to do." You just don't want me to have fun. Oh, I'm so sorry, people. I am so sorry that I did that to you people. Oh man. She says, "Oh yeah, it's real smooth." Real smooth. Oh god, it all started with one bite. Just one damn bite. And if you gave a shit about me, if you cared about yourself, so there's your answer and there's your sign right there. There's your sign and there's your answer. So there's your answer right there. How can you love somebody that can't love theirself? You can't. You can't do. I mean, you can, but you better do it at arm lengths, or I'd be up there still trying to get accountability and get approval from the daughter of the devil himself. And people change. I pray, but the Lord leads me to pray exactly for who I'm praying for, and that's a lot of people and counting every day. Every day. That's I loved. I like service work. I'm a service dude. I like to, and that's why they're trying to shut us down. People. They don't want us. They don't want us loving each other through doing service work. You know, anything. The most smallest, what you might think is insignificant is so, especially today and age. If you got a mask on, if you got to wear a mask, I got one in my dang pocket. You got to carry one. Of course, mine's pretty cool. Mine's like an old bandito, but yeah, just smile with your eyes if you have to till we get this mess all cleaned up. You know, people know. And even if you think, well, God, those people are rude, man. That was all a waste of a smile. It wasn't, though. It really wasn't. It's not. Nope. The account will be balanced completely out. Everything. It's all, when your heart's in the right spot, believe me, it's all being accounted for. Everything. Every single thing. And when you're sitting there just eating from that tree, you're going to be like, wow, man. Just like that little boy that just laid back on Enigma. He just laid back. Man, those peaches look so good. There's nothing like a ripe peach that's ripe right off the tree. That's one good thing that idiot had at Sherman Brisky Boys Ranch is that big old pear orchard. That's still there. Me and my son went, still there. It's a dead end. Sherman Canyon goes up, turns around. Same with Brisky. Brisky goes up. And then, of course, that was a long drive up there, Brisky Canyon. We used to run from Mitch and Mike. Everybody went home, like I said, but those two went right back like feral cats to the streets of Wenatchee. I found out later because I've ended up visiting before I got actually made award to the state, because that's right about when that happened. And then the incident with John and I and Bob, and then the 90 days I was supposed to do in court order detention, and then got out after doing just not very long, few weeks, for a trip down to California, which I had completely forgotten about. to see Ted or Bonnie and Lester and Ted's ex-wife, and because my mom had never been there, and they were going to go mess around and spend a day going through San Francisco and just kind of sightseeing and stuff, which is all going to come into play pretty soon. Just amazing, just amazing. Because, like I said, last I had ever heard about anything about California was when Kent said, "What's this about?" And I just completely you want to talk about a person turning white as a sheet. Jesus, God, I'd never thought I'd ever hear that name again. That was a nightmare man, that was a nightmare right there. So, but yeah, we're gonna wrap that one right on up. So, let's see, what was the other thing? I wrote a couple. Oh yeah, I'm doing my license. Like I showed you, I took a picture of that because I do that. That's how I try to communicate with a lot of people too, and have for years, and didn't even know that that's what I was doing because I don't really care. I don't, to be honest with you, I know a lot of people, and the people that I do know on here, because I open my Facebook, keep it open, because I'm led to and not private. I get a lot of yahoos that come in too, but and even on coming in, like they're on the coattails or like you know, like friends of friends. Uh, but Yeah, so I don't even dig. I would rather just go visit, or I would rather call somebody and talk to somebody on the phone than I would send them a message, just so that you can hear their voice, and you let them know you love them. You can hear them, you know. So I said it's important. They're trying to keep that the forsaking the assembling of the saints. We are the church, but we're to not forsake the assembly, and the reason why is because we're not all having a. He knew. He walked. He knew. He was like, no, you guys need each other, because that Holy Spirit sometimes gets slapped around, and so us that are in full force will see and go, wait a minute, and we'll give you our yoke and take your burden, and vice versa. Of course, you'll cry out, and our heavenly Father will furnish that, but right through us. That's those intercessory prayers. Iron sharpens iron. That's how this happens. We got to work together, you see, because this world will tear you up, boy. It'll you think white thing. I had a cold the other day. I started getting. That's why I slept in. I don't usually do that, man. I get so excited. I'm like a little kid. I wake up. I can't wait to wake up and just get this day started. It's almost like, when you got a big day ahead of you, a fun day ahead of you. Well, every day is fun for me now. It's been like that for years. What are you smiling about, Steen? Are you getting out? I don't know, eventually. Well, what the hell are you smiling about? I says, I don't know. I'm happy. Well, for what? Well, I'm not really happy. I just have joy. Happy? You're not getting out. Well, no, I guess, no, I'm really not happy, and not in that sense, but I have joy. And wherever you go, there you are. And you just smile. I get, and the Lord says, just smile. Make yourself just smile. Not like not like who shot JR smile. God, that's Jesus. It's almost like it's almost so perfect and so overly done and so just monstrosity of a shithole shinola shine. I just it just I Oh man, what I'd really like to do is get one of them lioness there at 10th Planet to just slap the right out of his grill. Just not get rid of him, because that's you know it's just violent, but just slap that. tar right out of him. Just watch this girl. Just want him. Just, and they would too. One of those girls would just slap the tar right out of that little monkey. Oh boy. Oh, Jesus. Oh yeah. Yeah, I just and I see, and that's a first. I've never said anything to that clown ever. I've never said anything to him. I've prayed for these people. Just hours of just weeping and tears and when you're in prison, it's hard to find a spot to do that. I will tell you that right now. You just like I said, that room far exceeds the former for a reason. It was so difficult, but it needed to be done. I even the shower. When I was in, they had a guard shack there. They were big. They would sit and watch everybody shower. Because here now it's just like you got just enough to cover your, so that all they got to do is walk by and see that everybody's all, the only thing that they can see there's no standing on the toilet seat here. I'll tell you that. Which reminds me of Bodyguard. Isn't that a good flick? Really, I thought it was. It helped me out a lot when I was a kid. Probably caused me to chase old. Well, never mind. That's not even. I was gonna say old Pee Wee across the street, but that guy was speeding anyway. That's why they couldn't sue us. He was in the wrong bus stop, and then Ding Dong was speeding. They could tell by his skid marks. He shouldn't have been going that fast on that road, especially after just in a hurry and tired of waiting for that bus. Now I just got off track, but that happens. Oh, driver's license. That's right. So I'm taking my test, and it's difficult. It's like I'm not an academic kind of guy. I don't. I almost start to get a small little aneurysm going on this head. My head just starts to just. I just schoolwork. It's oh boy, oh boy. But so that's why when that whole I had to throw in the towel just for a minute. But this driver's license still, I said I got the ticket. I just got dropped. They were real vague. They wanted to be vague, in case I ever tried to. But it's okay. I'm already getting. They're already paying us. They're already paying us, people. They are. They're paying us in souls because they're exposing themselves. People are like, what? And they're going, wait a minute, man. I guess I don't have to be so prideful, so egotistical, even though now I see I was wrong, because these people really do love us. Love really doesn't make an account of errors. It really doesn't do that. Wow, is that really how this works? You mean that's what love is? Is not saying, I told you so? Wow, maybe I can come out and say, wow, you know what, man, I was wrong. I was wrong, you know, but I wasn't wrong when I seen you. And I said, what? Is this? And the Lord said, oh yeah. I said, what? Well, she just brought him, said, look, do you see this? And I said, well, okay, well, I'm still going to fight the good fight because I was going to fight the good fight. I knew the Lord says, oh, you're getting your wife. Don't worry. And I was like, well, and I kind of said this, well, you just made me do this. And he's like, don't, son, just trust me. Can you do that? And I'm like, well, yeah, I don't want to, but now I want to, but I needed to then. I just, I needed a little help. So, yeah, I thought, no, this is not even me. This isn't me. This is borderline stalking in a little psychotic kind of it's not even what's that guy that the nose grows and he's at the damn window and he's this isn't even a cute little. This is starting to creep me out now. And you know the Lord he says, son, just do you trust me? So like, yeah, I do trust you. I do trust you. And then there's times when I just said, well, yes, I do trust you, but trust me, will you? Trust me, I can't do this. I just can't do this anymore. I can't do it. And he's like, well, no, either you mean you won't do it. And I'm like, no, I can't do it. And he's like, well, no, you can do anything if you've got me on your side, because no man is going to separate what I've joined, and I'm not going to be mocked. Hickory, and you know the other thing, that old oh, that block. That's so funny. If you really knew how many times and then what they try to do, try to block us. It's all right, man. It's people are gonna be like, it's okay to be wrong. It's fine. It's just it's now what you do with it that really is not okay. And it's okay to say no. It's okay to say I've changed my mind. It's okay for all of that. If they don't understand, oh well. If I don't understand, I'll get over it. That's what this is all about. It's love. Love is definitely it's free will. Period. Because we all know, we really know what's right. We all know what's right. Once we get past that age of accountability, it's clear. It's just we choose to just turn a blind eye. And if it causes you to sin, it's better to go through life with just one eye than pig's eye. I think that's what it was called. That beer in Minnesota, old pig's eye. They wouldn't let you buy any beer on Sunday there, except 3-2 beer. And when you was an alcoholic, 3-2 beer wasn't cutting it. Well, I guess an alcoholic is just a state of belief, because I know people have been sober for 25 years, go back and they're worse than when they first started. But all you have to do is open my Bible, and there's a scripture verse all about that. As it goes, it roams around looking for, and then when it doesn't, it goes and looks through the window and it sees it's all swept, kept. It goes and comes back, and it's worse off then than was before it left. Person's way worse off then. Oh, people that talk that Ron Popeil stuff, it's like, do you even read? Are you even reading? And if you are you in the spirit enough to discern? Because it can be iffy, but it'll hit you just like a wet face diaper. So, yeah, because you're worth it. You're worth more than feeling that way. It's okay to get angry and jealous. It's fine. But it hurts when I know that it causes you pain. That you don't deserve that. You don't deserve that at all. And it's all just been and I know if it was something that you'd brought on yourself, then maybe you need to go through that, but you've been also been brainwashed. But you also you got to there's a fine line. You don't want to feel too sorry for yourself. a whole I could spend well, it wouldn't last long if I sat and felt sorry for I'd certainly, it wouldn't be an eternal uh poor me session, that's for sure, because that would come to an end. That would be a rude awakening, because it all is being used. It's all being used. It's all see once you realize, wow, it's not just thrown in the sea of forgetfulness. Now that little piece, if that's where it's supposed to go, will literally just be turned around, reconfigured, and reused. You want to talk about repurposing? He'll repurpose something, and the enemy's like, "Would you shut him up? Just shut him off. Somebody please, or is somebody please? Do I have to do this myself?" Of course, they're like, "Well, yeah, because we ain't messing with it. This, we've tried, we've come back. It's just, it's over, people. Just the beginning for us. It's over for it. It's just over. All its symbology, all of it. It's all over. It's not saving. It's not doing anything. It's God is done. It's a God. It's not the God. And when you've read it, it's one thing. When you wrote it, well, it's a whole nother thing entirely. That's a whole nother That's a whole nother pen to be pushed. That's a mighty quill there. That there. Yep. That's some serious wind beneath my wings. And I think I've already told you guys they sung that song at Martin's funeral. Everybody had rock shirts on. Everybody. His mom could not believe it. Just to see his mother, a real estate agent, his mom. Just to see the look on her face. Wow. She couldn't believe there were people everywhere. I mean, there were just probably close to 1,500. It was amazing. It really was. Well, I had no idea old Marty had this. Oh, Mom, that's because you didn't know about all the parties old Marty was having down there at that house of yours, Mama. Man, there's so many dishes. I'd have to do dishes in the tub. Man, Donnie, thanks a lot, man, dude. I excuse my language. I love having you around. I said, well, I didn't feel like I deserved that. I wouldn't stay long if once I got to once once I was getting fed too much. Yeah, I was down the road. Like I was like a feral cat that just old top cat. But no, it don't matter. It don't matter. No, sweetie. No, honey. No, no, no. And those cats, once they fix those cats, they're never the same. But I didn't go get me another cat. Isn't that funny? It just goes to show you how dense people are, how they got everybody. I didn't know we had a cat. When we get a cat? That Cheetos deal. Well, that just goes to show you where the head of the household, his head's up his ass. That's exactly where they got everybody. He didn't even know there was a cat. I had to bring that cat in because my dad couldn't keep it anymore. He thought it was it was acting like a dog. Well, when you fix the thing and you completely, you whack it out, you might as well cut just one side of its whiskers off and, you know, you put it on a merry-go-round and, kick it out into society. I guess, if you're having issues or something, that's one thing, but I'm not going to go get another cat. Once that cat was gone, and I'll tell you a story about that cat. I left that cat with my brother, and it angered me a little bit. I'm over it now, but I left that cat with my brother, and he was supposed to send it on the plane to me when I went over running from that undercover sting operation there in Auburn, and went to Maine. But that cat never. I said, what happened? Well, it was gone. It just was gone. I know what happened. The Lord showed me what actually happened to his mom. Went and let it out. Let it out of the carrier he was supposed to, because it was on the back porch. She felt bad. And she let out. She's a cat lover. Well, if you felt bad, then you should have took it to your house. But she let it out and let it roam in the woods, and the kitty probably went and found someone's, even though she was, but God, it angered me so bad. It really did, because that cat, that was once I feed something, it's over. It's over for me. People know that. That's why I'm done with the dogs and stuff for right now. I'm done. I got stuff to do. I can't unless I once I settle down or something maybe, but right now that's it. I got stuff to do and I'm not once I feed it, it's over for me. That's like same once I tie that knot, it's over. I'm I'm a I'm a one pony. When I said to break a horse, I didn't mean oh, sweetheart, quit reading into stuff. I can't tell you what to do like that. I mean, you're going to do what you're going to do, but now you know. Don't. Now you know. Now you know. So, yeah, when I say I don't ride a horse until it's thoroughly broke, you'll understand why and you'll be like, "Oh my goodness, here man, just here, hop on. Here I got the saddle all ready for you." Then then it's ready to ride. Then I'm ready to jump on because like I said, I don't men and women are different and I care that much about you and always have and that's why some people like that are just more of a prize than others, I guess, and I'm not bragging, but that's just I've always been considerate like that. Otherwise I'd never get a call back. I told you that. What do you think? This ain't no long dong silver in the house. Oh sister, I didn't mean that way. That was for Tori's sister. You, that's sweetie. Baby, really. Nobody calls me baby but my wife. Unless of course my daughter's like, "Dad, quit acting like a baby." Then that's a little different. So, yeah, no, you don't it's not fair for you to think that way. To put yourself through that. Oh, and it loves that crap. Oh, it loves it when you're stressed out. It can't read your mind when you're in the spirit, by the way. It can't read your mind. You just need to know that too. It can't get in your head. It just keeps really good track of your habits. It knows you really well. It knows the word way better than any of us do. For now, it does. It knows that. It knows exactly how to get and but it ain't gonna recite anything to you. It just knows it. It knows it. So if you was to come at and that's what these theologians and scholars, and I'm not saying a lot of them are really good. I've a lot of people just amazing, but that's not one of the requirements. That's not one of the requirements. Just like the baptism, it might seem like it's reading that way, but that's not one of the requirements either. You are, if you're listening to me, you were born of water. You are of water, and everything natural is. So, of course, this isn't plastic and all that stuff until you get retarded and ridiculous. Go, well, really, it is, and real, yes, I guess really it is. I guess really cocaine really is from a natural plant, also crack. So we'll just go ahead and smoke that, right? Wrong. Once you get to human just loves to put its little twist on stuff. It's just we got senses for a reason. We got to use them. It's like old Uncle Ted says, truth, logic, and common sense. It really isn't that common, but it's becoming that way. So yeah, don't. And then the license is man, I'm telling you, it's gotten more difficult. It seems like it's crazy, but I'll nail it. It's a 40 question. I'm not a cheater, but I'm thinking to myself, gosh, what could I do? I could dig it. Maybe maybe one of these bottles and write some of the answers on the inside of it because they're gonna be watching. Put the answers on the inside of the label, and I can just go ahead and like it's just a bottle of water. That's wrong. That is wrong. But I thought about it because I'm thinking to myself, listen, I shouldn't even be having to get a license. Do you understand? The only reason it has elapsed is because of that damn ticket. That was all supposed to be global resolution when I got unlawfully imprisoned. But I'm not complaining, thank the good Lord. It's dropped now, but now I got to go through the hoops and pay all the money. along with the $450 to license that truck. That's taxes. Think I'm kidding? Because I didn't have because I got to pay the penalties now because the it's in my name temporary because I still had this crap to deal with that I ended up having to hire an attorney, which is a whole nother story. And I don't want to get too much into detail, but I'm going to tell you a couple other major miracles that happened that's why when I took that picture and sent that picture of that $1,000 deposit to have them go and deal with this crap that should have been dropped, and they sent it back to me. That's how deep that damn satanic little deal goes. And then that's why I took it off right away, because my daughter said, "Dad, you don't want to do that. Somebody can try to reprint that deal." So what I did is I took it off the computer, and then yeah, we can't represent you now, and this, oh yeah, so I don't want to go into. And I says, okay, all right, now my money now. I know an attorney doesn't want to take your green ass money. First, they were all signed up. I have the contract right here. I got it all right here. Signed it, gave the $1,000, still owed a couple few grand to get all this. It went to the thing, did the evaluation. They said, "Oh yeah, you don't have an issue." And you don't want to hear the other crazy thing? Want to hear something nuts? Right? They used to work at that same program and said, "Oh yeah, that's evil." I said, "Really?" I said, "That's amazing. It's amazing we're having this conversation." You know what her name was? Mrs. Rose. Rhonda Rose. Used to work at Pierce County Alliance and got out of it because how crooked it was. And here I was, and after I had already got sent off to slay the dragon. Oh yeah, people. Oh, this is great. Great. Just great. I was like, okay. They thought oh yeah. So guess what happened? The beat goes on. What we did, we just went ahead and we just kept rocking and rolling. And he was like, dang it, he's not throwing in the towel yet. The Lord's like, well, and it just keeps going. Well, can we just like with Job? Can we do? Okay, yeah, you can do that. I guess you can do whatever, but I don't think this one's gonna break. Doesn't look that way. Of course, the joy's in the journey. It really is. See, people don't realize that. So, okay, where much is given, much is expected. Well, how are you going to know what's expected if not much is? You get what I'm saying? And so, how are you going to know if you don't remove the first? And like I said, iffy. It's twice. If you look, there's always two confirmations. There's always twice. That you'll get a confirmation right here when we're always. That's how you know. It can't do that. It can't confirm itself. Yes, great lying signs and wonders, but it can't do that repetitively. And they have to all come together to fool your ass. Excuse my language. You see, they have to all come together. You're doing stuff all on your own. Well, us together, but you see what I'm saying? You're sitting right where you're at. You're just moving mountains. Literally, you got that kind of authority and power on high. So yeah, yeah, when you get an attorney that sends you $1,000 back, and yeah, so I'll just leave that there, and because that's going to bring us right up to the time that I got out, and by that time we get to that part of the story, I'm going to probably already be with my wife by then. I'm thinking, or at least I'll be making Tori salmon dinner, and rolling out a damn sleeping bag somewhere or something. That's what'll be happening. But we'll be on our way because I'm not in no hurry to jump in the sack with you. Oh, that'll be great. Oh, it's going to be awesome. But when you're ready for that, when you're ready, then I'll be ready for that. You're the boss when it comes to that, not me. You're the boss when it comes to that. And when you're ready, you'll be like, oh God, yes, you will be ready. Mm. And but I just wanna hug you and hold you and just get in the swing of things, so you know, wow, this so you see, wow, this is really, really, really a lot easier than I thought it was. You notice how sometimes, a lot of times actually, we anticipate an issue, maybe uh, a situation, a something that you maybe not necessarily don't want to do, but you got to do, and you're not you're unaware of course, you're unaware how it's going to turn out, but when you're done with your meeting, your encounter, your whatever the case may be, and not in a bad way encounter, let's not, because oh God, some, jeez, they just justify everything. Um, that you go, wow, that wasn't not even nothing like I expected it would be. You notice how that happens more so than not, that you find yourself going, at least I do. I have, like, wow, this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And then that voice is, well, of course it's not. It never is, and it never was or will be. But that's the lie the enemy is telling you, so that you won't do it. So you won't. So old Peter, like I said, he's an old cockfighter. They're trying to get you in Debo's pigeon coop. They're trying to keep you there. They want you smoking sherm. They want you sucking up that embalming fluid. I remember when they were breaking into morgues and all that stuff for that crap back in the days. That's some crazy stuff. I've only smoked that one time, and it was on accident. Peanut, one of my little crip buddies, hilltop little crip buddies, uh, he lent me his pipe, and I was smoking out of it. And man, I was like, something wasn't right. And I thought, man, somebody poisoned me again. Well, I got poisoned, all right. The next couple of days, he said, "Hey, you got my pipe?" I said, "Yeah, I got your pipe." He's up there shooting dice up there on the hill. I gave him your pipe. I said, "Man, what was in that, man? Is there something?" He goes, "Oh shit, man, I'm sorry, Steen. I excuse my language." He goes, "Man, I was smoking wet in this." I said, "What? What's wet?" And he goes, "Oh man," they all laughing. "Oh, you got whack, Steen. You got." I said, "Whack? What's whack?" They go, "Oh man," and they go, "What happened?" I said, "Man, I smoked a bowl." And I said, and I started to head home, and I said, I started stepping up on the curb, but I couldn't step high enough. The curb, every time I went to step, it just kept getting higher. They're all laughing and like, "Yeah, you got wet." I was like, "Man, well, I'm not happy about that." So I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. But they dipped them cigarettes in there. Fools were probably going great lengths to getting that stuff. I don't even want to even think about that. But so uh, I don't even know. I got off track on that, but so yeah, a driver's license. Oh yeah, holding you, license to hold you. Um, that's it. That's all I want. When I said you'll know when we hold each other years ago, that's what I meant. It wasn't about sex. It really wasn't about sex. Although I know in my heart, I know now that that would have happened, because we have life to continue with. So, but like I said, things change, and so I don't even know right now. It's not important. We don't have to. I'd like that, but the Lord will let us know, because we don't want to bring any unnecessary suffering. That wouldn't be fair either. But I'm thinking that that's probably maybe where we're heading. But like I said, I don't know. I'm just along for the ride. I'm just happy to be alive right now and be able to share my feelings with you and be honest with you and let you know that that's what I really meant. But most people say, well, holding each other, that's like a cigarette you have after sex. That's like past tense. That's like that idiot. How was your kids? How were your kids? Mm. Oh, you silly rabbit! I'm done biting on that crap. You've you've threatened me long time ago, and when I realized, you see, that's the thing. Most of us, they can't do anything to us. That's the thing. So they'll trying to um, confuse you and pervert your perception of yourself, so you'll do things to yourself. So you certainly won't seek a creator, your creator. You won't seek the head of the household. That's why some women have to be the head of the household. And I'm not talking about if the God isn't the head, then you ain't the head. Period. That's why people that throw around religion, they said, I'm the head of this household. Well, if you're not acting like the head, then your wife is. Well, then she's the head of the household, and you're just some dumbass that's running your bumping your gums like this. Like, that's the other thing I wanted to bring up. That young black woman that was talking that stuff at the inauguration or whatever it was, where the Trump speech or whatever it was. I got a little bit that was all. Did you hear how gibberish that was? Did you hear it? See, now before that might have sounded like it was very well thought, and it was reciting that, and it was Babylon. Did you hear it? It was psychobabble. It didn't even. Are you hearing this now? Are you guys hearing? You are. It's not to browbeat you. No, beloved. It's not, are you hearing this? Do you see now? It's not a fucking spinning ball. It's not that at all. I don't care. I care about you. I care about loving you. I don't care about what you think about stuff that isn't even going to make a difference. But did you hear when I said, did you hear it? Not to say, well, if you didn't hear it, well, you're less than. No. Did you hear it? Because I'm excited because it was so ass backwards that the Lord said, and there was a time when you would have heard that and you would have thought, God, man, I'm not, there's no way I'm smart enough to even appreciate this. This is intelligent. Man, it was just so ass backwards. It was just psycho babble on at its finest. I'm telling you, and they thought this out. This is like the music they're pumping into people's heads. Oh man, I'm telling you, man, they're oh, and you're seeing it now. The more they don't even realize the magnitude of us of realizing they're just digging it deeper and deeper and deeper, and by doing that deeper and deeper, people are starting to see they're coming out of it. They're like, oh my gosh. And then what's happening here is that when we're humbled, then people go, maybe it's okay if I'm humble now also. Maybe it's okay if I make a mistake, which might seem to be a mistake. When you're sitting there going, Tori, and like me going, shit, I forgot. Or maybe you said something that didn't was completely off context or something. Like, it happens. We're human. But when you do that and you step out on that, then other people also are becoming encouraged by that. They are. I mean, sure, there might be someone that going, look at that, like that. But you know what? Really inside, they're just getting slapped up themselves because they're trying to, they're trying to bring you down to where they're feeling. Well, really, you're not. You're soaring with the eagles. So they might have to type a few things, but we know the truth. And that truth is that it's giving other people courage, and so much more is being accomplished than any one of these people can. Because look, nobody knows what you know about yourself. Nobody knows what you know about yourself, and what you know about your creator now today washes away everything that you have been made to feed every day, mistakes of your past that are long gone. Once you realize that, then it starts to throw you that uncertainty lure. What are you going to do now? And that one there, that's, I guarantee, well, it's probably throwing them back and forth. It just has two poles rigged up. It's probably got 3 or 4 going. But so and when you're vulnerable and you step out on that vulnerability, there's power in that, because you are showing that you're human, but you're willing to become bait for the wolves, at the same time light for the lost. And why you think they're just, all they're doing is they're sinking teeth in just chainmail. That's all it is. And you're like, wait a minute, this doesn't hurt me at all. Matter of fact, this is empowering me. That's right. You've seen him, that bass player, that big, beautiful man that looked at you, Millie. He was playing that bass with that wolf skin. That's a big wolf, because that's a big man wearing it. It just shrunk a lot. See, that thing, when it was in its full glory, that was a big wolf. That was a big wolf. It just shrinks a lot. That's why you don't never put new wine in old wineskins. Mm-mm. So, yeah. Mm-mm. No, don't ever think. And because you can hear it in your voice, sweetheart. You can hear it. And I'm talking to you, Tori. You can hear it. Because, baby, that's only for. But you can hear it. Sometimes you'll stop, and I can hear sometimes when you stop and you read, and that's fine. But you're a force to be reckoned with. You're part of this. You teach me. There is no big eyes or little you, sweetheart. You see now. You see? And sometimes we're all handed the different type, the different baton, but it's all fire. It's all fire. Oh, you like that, huh? Here, try that. Really, you like that? Here, try this one. Man, hey man, it's Kenny. You remember in the Seinfeld commercial when Ding Dong was it, that Twix. You got Twix on your lip, man, and hey, it's candy. It's candy. The black lady says it's candy. Well, it's grill candy, and it's everlasting gobstopper. And I'm telling you right now, we're gonna have all these Oompa Loompas are gonna be working for us. They're all washing our windows. Washing our windows. Now, eyes are the window to the soul. Oh yeah. And that piss hole. You serious? That's a death bag just waiting to blow out its last little birthday candle. It's just a matter of time, people. Oh, we knew an old lady. He sung a bunch of Christmas songs too. Don't be it's ho ho ho. It's very smart. Psychotic. Dying. Oh yeah, it's evil. But it's not dumb. It's through. It's finished. But it's not dumb. And it knows exactly how to make you think. If you're not grounded, like you said, if you're not grounded, you can be like, no, there's no way. Look at all this stuff. Well, the enemy isn't stupid. If it knows that you're going to find out anyway, it's going to be the first one to tell you a little bit about it. See, a house divided against itself can't stand. It knows that, so it's got to divide a little bit of itself. It knows but it doesn't know what we know. And the truth does not know it. Oh, it does know it, but it doesn't know it. It's not going to recognize it. It's only going to recognize us and counting when it sees, when our heavenly Father, our creator says, there's the seal. There you go. We're going to go. You guys, well done. Prepare, because once I'm done dealing with these fools, because you had plenty of time. You heard Tori, Millie, all of them. Sheila, all of us, and it goes on and on. So don't think because I didn't mention you. Sent you all this stuff, and yet you just turned a blind eye because of pride, ego. Why? Money? This is what you did? And so is the effing you got as good as the effing you're fixing to get? Is this it? You've had fair warning. Nobody is going to go away. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to bow and confess and say, yep, you're right. Bring it on, Big Daddy. And Big Daddy Kane. Backstrap. Backstrap. It's already starting. The mocking has begun. Even it's going, damn it. It had no clue. Do you see what's happening? The Lord's like, okay, well, you know something? That's why it said to me, well, what are you waiting for? You see? Because it knew the number then was very minuscule. There wasn't much then. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for, Michael? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Gabriel's not far behind. And there's so many more. It's just, they're countless. Numbered. Every grain. Every star. Every one. Numbered. And named. Every one. I sent you all these signs. Oh, well, these have been going on for thousands of years. No, wrong. No more than 10. You won't know the day or hour, but you'll know the season. Season. That almost, Blood on the Scarecrow? Is that something? Something season, maybe? Just like that song earlier from, I forgot who it was by, because I don't listen to it. The one that was singing, Tori was playing. I don't listen to it. I've heard it a couple of times. It doesn't really matter. But it really does matter. In the end, it really does matter. But in a sense, it doesn't. It really doesn't matter. No, you're right. Once you've received the truth, where's your death? It just passes right over you. You are that door. It just passes right over you because you are the temple. You are the house of the living God or something. You're the vessel. It'll just pass right on over. They're getting judged first. There is no secret rapture. There is none of that. I got news for you. All that's all a bunch of crap from the enemy also. He's in religion. That's where he's at. Hey, Ducky boy. Jackie. Look what... Oh, Jackie. Look what you done. That's Heartbreak City. Heartbreak City. See, I like that music, but I try not to. And that's the thing. I just want you to know, sweetheart, that's how much I love you. There's music that I like to play and I want to share, but I don't, because I don't want you to run away with it like a big old northern pike on the end of my Rapala. And I release most of them fish. I just get high catching them. Unless I'm hungry, then I'll eat them, but mostly I just like to catch and release. Except you. No, that's all I want to do. I just want to hug you. Don't have to be right off the bat, but I just want to tell you what I've already told you before so you can see it, and then I want to hear you and see you talk. And then it's all going to melt away. All your concerns, all your worries are all just going to melt away. And then the beginning can start. Forever is a long time. And when I said fully, I meant faithfully. Forever. No, I'm the last guy that chases rabbits. If it wasn't so hardwired into my head, I would have never pursued it. But I've been created to not give up on truth. And I'm here fighting for that truth, plumb truth. And you don't have to like it, believe, or understand it for it to be truth. Because it will make you free. Heartbreak City. Never, never. Nope. Well, there's some breaks coming, but it ain't gonna be your heart. No way. Hearts are on the mend. The great physician that's the circumcision. That's the law that they love to confuse that with. Do you see? This is what it's talking about. No, that's what it's talking about. It's in the ark for a reason. It says the ark is going to be seen. What's in it? Twice. Here's what sustains the holy ones. The dragon became angry, enraged. Twice. He says twice. This is twice. And then even twice in the same two scripture verses. Those that keep the commandments and their faith. John 3:16. John Crapper. It's just toilet paper unless you are in the spirit to discern. Oh, and I'm still looking for that Gutenberg. Oh yeah. Get my hands on that Gutenberg, boy. We talk about a buck worth a few ducats. Oh yeah. A Gutenberg printing press. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to get some coffee and I'll be back. I think I was going to, of course, I was always going to share the story with you, our journey, but then things come up. And so I have to address things for the day. That's going to happen a lot, probably a lot now lately. And so the story continues. See, now I understand. I know now. Learning every day. Learning is so fun. And it never ends. That's the thing. It never ends. Love is learning, considering, going away, maybe even angry sometimes, but coming back because we know the truth and it's love. It's light. It's life. We choose life. We choose life. Yeah. Every day we choose life. And life chooses us. And life sees us and recognizes us as love's original dominion. And so when you come into that understanding, or you, and it lights a whole forest ablaze. When it turns that whole crazy ship of fools, when that little rudder, when it turns that whole ship around, once you realize who you're becoming, it's going to respond. It now is going to respond. It's all new. Now, this is new. It now will respond. It's going to cheer you on now. Just like it forced you to cheer on a lie. No. Now, the mockers have become the mocked in a way that it never, ever, ever. And it knows it's going to get worse. It's going to get much, much worse. And people know also, and they're like, we're out of this. You're on your own. We had no idea this is what we were involved in. And see, they're all left alone. Alone. You know what it is to be alone. It's not alive and living. Alone is alone. It's dying. When you're alone, you're dying. But you can be completely isolated, and you can be imprisoned and be as free as can be. Oh yeah. You can be sitting there. You can be a widow, and her mite is the most company she'll ever have, because she knows what she's becoming. She knows it's just a matter of time. She's going to be with her beloved family because she's becoming that. They're trying to separate us for a reason, people. It knows. It knows the season. That's why it's saying, it's trying, it's forcing our Creator's hand, because it knew there would be nothing left. And that's all it wants is your bat. It just wants to mock God. It knows it's done. It's done. It's punishment. It's done. But it had no idea. It's just beginning. It's all getting spun around on its ass. Come on now. Just thinking, oh, like it's slick, like you're gonna outsmart God. Oh yeah, that's real slick. Slick 45, slick 50. You old butt monkeys. Nasty, you nasty, nasty people. It's all coming down around you. Trying to force the hand. You want to bite the hand that's now slapping the shit out of you? Well, come on now. Just hurry up now. We're done. We're done doing what we're doing now. We've made a mockery, and there's not much of you to recognize now. Come on. Come on now. He's going to come. Watch. He's going to come. We've messed it all up. There's not much to sustain now. Oh, we're going to, yes. It's all changing now, huh? Oh, Yep. Oh, it's so amazing. And they're going to praise you. They're going to cheer you on. They're going to cheer you on, sweetie. Baby. That's for both of you. Because you are sweetie and baby, but I'm referring to all y'all beloved lionesses. Not them lionasses, you lionesses. Oh, they're freak show, freak nature, father mother freak show, phallus swinging, ding dong clinging. They're bumping, they're bumping, their old rubber baby buggy bumping. Oh, it's fun. Isn't it fun to be alive and living? Oh, so now there's just been a whole change in all of it. You see, it thinks it don't know nothing. It's actually starting to realize it doesn't really know as much as it thought it knew. See, it thought it was going to force Yahweh's hand, our Creator's hand. Played right on into it. See, just played right into it. And now you want to talk about a thrice cross, huh? Not a double cross. Oh, it's a thrice. Oh, beloved. Yep. So now, uh, it's just, and that's why he doesn't know. 'Cause still, it's undetermined. It's not neat. He loves us so much, not only to create us in his own image, to say, yeah, I'm not, well, we're on a roll. We're not letting any of y'all die. We don't want none of y'all to perish. None of you. And right now, I already hear, shut him up, shut it down. What do you do? Just keep counting. Gargoyle. Oh, it's awesome, people. It's awesome. Oh, yeah, when you're ready, sweetheart. When you're ready, you'll be like, I'm ready. And I'm like, oh, great. But then now I'm ready. Otherwise, it ain't going to be a poke, hint. I'm not even down with that, dude. I'm not even do that. Not even cut that way. No, because I'm feeling what you're feeling. And if you're not feeling comfortable, I'm not feeling comfortable. That's how that works. That's what love is. Love is becoming everything and listening and considering and empathizing and standing out, standing on that very thin limb, laying yourself down, your own fleshly little fears and for the lives of others. I don't mean to go run into a chipper. That's not what we're talking about. Please don't read into that, but just they used to have us working up at the college up there. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself up there when I was working in DNR. The college, they only let certain people go. Excuse me, clean up the fall the trees and stuff and clean up the trails in there at the Evergreen State College or University of Evergreen, something like that down in when I was in Large, down in the city down there in Vancouver. And I was thinking of that one when I know it's like, what a weird thing to think. Well, because I guess it's just an illustration of, how the enemy would like to have us because he can't throw us in there. So he wants us to feed ourselves in there. Oh yeah, sure. He's gotten a few of us, but that's all those are martyrs. That's part of the 144th. Joan's one of them. Believe me. Oh, she's one of them. Robin's one. Prince. All, poor Michael. Sam, a bunch of them. You can just go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Princess Diana, all of them. All of them. Oh, she was coming out. Oh, she was done. Oh, she was done with that program there, and they weren't having that one at all. Because boy, once she started singing, you want to talk about beautiful song and Nightingale, she'd have been just. Oh, you want to talk about draining the swamp? Mm. Yeah, well, that little lady, boy, she was around some real slimy. That little salt block there. Mm, mm, mm. They were scared of that little lady there, that lioness. So, and it happened, but they're losing their. That's all a thing in the past now. They're like you said, if they've been threatening us for a long time now. You see, they're not. See, and they don't even realize. And some people are like, "Would you quit threatening them?" Because look, now you see what you're doing. You're threatening them. You're not. You can't make good on it. And look what you're doing. Well, you're just cheering them on. Now look what you've done. Now you've assisted in their faith. You've assisted in watering that faith. Now look at that garden grow. Just look at you want to talk about Mama's going to send old Jack out for more of them beans. Oh, you want to see that stock grow? See, it doesn't matter. You guys get now. Those are drugs that absolutely. Why not? Right? Give me a few of them blue things. I don't need that stuff, but if it ever came about, anything for Mama, of course. But then, there's sorcery also. And once it gets, like I said, it will play both sides of that fence. It's not stupid. It's going to tell you stuff that it's going to, like, oh my God, why would it do that? Because it knows a house divided against itself can't stand. But it's tails it. You see how that works? We don't do that to each other. We're not going to do that to gain. I'm not going to say, well, I told you so. That's not love. That's how you know it's eating itself. Do you see? It has to. That's part of our glory and part of its demise. Our Father takes that which isn't and makes it as if it were. This thing is so awesome. Do you realize we're literally watching Satan consume itself? It's all being consumed. We're literally perpetuating this its own, and it thought it was doing it. And really, what it did, it got turned completely around. And right now, it's going, God, would you shut it up? Because it's even realizing what it didn't even know. This is so awesome, people. This is real. And you're a part of it, and you're all going right now. You're just going, oh my God, are you serious? And I'm like, yes, in his image. That's how much he loves you. That's how much. And it doesn't matter if you can't move a mountain right now or you're not seeing things manifest right now. You're in like Flynn. If you're hearing my voice and you're confessing and believing, you're in. You just that's all you got to do. Live in the moment. That's all you got to do. Confess, repent, live in the moment, and that's it. Don't be so damn hard on yourself. Just try to correct some things that you know ain't right. It ain't about being perfect. It's about becoming perfect. It ain't going to happen overnight. Just, don't just keep doing the next right thing, and pretty soon you're gonna not be sinning very much at all, and all this stuff's gonna start. You're gonna be, oh my gosh, is this really the benefits of? I thought not sinning was just a way to keep me from, enjoying my life. That's a lie. That's a lie from the pits of hell, and that's what it's trying to do. It's trying to distort It's trying to kill. That's why it's trying to destroy her, so there's no sustainability, because it knew it's already degraded everybody's souls. There's nothing. It can't sustain much more. He's going to have to come. You see, that was its that was its idea. I'm going to force the creator's hand because I know now there's nothing for him to come back to. There's only a few people. Now, when I say few, I don't have a number because it's undetermined. See how beautiful that is? Oh, people, he's coming through us. Oh, yeah, they're going to see it and all this and that and all that. That's great. Yeah, that's all. That's all. That's all good and true and everything. But here's the thing. Well, the thing is that you're the thing. So, and we're not talking about like up in the Antarctica where overboard my beloved she's like the wind Patrick Swayze or Patrick Swayze. God, this isn't Roadhouse. Kurt Russell thing. You we're all in this, man. I and you and me. And it's hating it right now. It didn't expect any of this. None of it. And the Lord just, he's like, well, this is just the beginning. Because we're like, oh, he saved the best for last. No, the last is just the beginning. Oh, if you're excited now, get ready. You wake up each and every day. It's excited. You just get so excited to be alive because you're living and you're like, oh my gosh, this is real. You're like, yes, this is real. You're like, oh my gosh, this isn't AI. No, it's not. This isn't CGI. No, but that all that sorcery is. But this isn't. Yes, you're real. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. That's just really going on. You're just really just you're a love story in the flesh, and you have some choices to make because you're loved. That's why, because you're created in love's image. And it could have created a bunch of just mindless drones that worshipped it. That's what it wants you to worship it. A bunch of mindless and just so he has nothing to see when he comes back, nothing to slaughter that prize calf for, nothing to have that beautiful feast. Remember what he said? He seen him coming. He was looking for him. Wanted his inheritance now, went off sleeping with, he who's never sinned cast the first stone. Where are they now? Go and sin no more. Do you think she struggled with sin? Yeah. But I guarantee she didn't struggle with that one. And I guarantee them fools never slept with her again. I'll bet you that. I'll bet you that. Seat. That seatless bike got a nice big banana seat put on it, and ain't nobody gonna ride that one anymore. That one's for only one owner and one owner alone, baby. So, yeah, blockchain and all that. That's awesome, Mr. Pounders. That guy was on fire on that. That on fire. On fire. See, teaching us stuff. A lot of you guys, well, I know that. Well, see, I didn't. So we're all, like I said, and we help each other out. We build each other up. We don't tear each other down. That's the enemy's job as it's eating itself. But like I said, it ain't going to do that right off the bat. No, that's not how it's going to gain your trust. So it has to deceive you. And to do that, it needs to tell you a bunch of truth and come up with some real slick shit along the way, because it is shit. Excrement. They eat it. These people are nasty. They eat it. And they're feeding it to you. Well, they were. They're not anymore. You're done. Can I lick the bowl? Remember, you better clean. Man, you gotta be kidding me. You clean the inside of that bowl, fool. I know what you put in there. I seen that piece of kitty litter, that cat shit you put in there. I seen it. Old dog rope. What do you think? I'm a dog gonna go return to that cookie? No. No, no, no. So yeah, don't you now I was gonna I was gonna do start into the journey, but I'm not gonna now. I'm actually gonna go take a break like I was supposed to 40 minutes or wherever it was. Get some coffee, and then I'm gonna come back because of course we don't plan this. We're live. So I'll be right back. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pause this just for a minute and I'll be right back. Right on. I am back in the saddle. Made some coffee. Well, coffee was made. Just poured some coffee. My grandson is being picked up from daycare, so I'm gonna wrap this up because he's gonna. Well, that's the plan, but then again, I try not to plan a whole lot. Anyway, I just read that. Well, thank you for following me. I've been following you guys for a long time, and don't take this the wrong way because this is for it. But when I say it's one thing to step in it, it's another thing to track it around. But now tracking it around is becoming